What's up, everybody? It's RobinGaming here today to talk about the Uncharted 3 Block Mesh Map 3, but also the results of the Uncharted 4 survey that I did with George from Uncharted Legacy video. But today I'm actually joined by another guest. So yeah, it's not Uncharted Legacy video anymore, but yeah, go and introduce yourself.
Hi guys, what's up? My name is Brad, and I'm from a YouTube channel called TheLegacyArchive, and I've just been contacted by Robin, and he asked me to do this dual com today. So yeah, we're going to be discussing, as Robin said, the new block mesh map and the Uncharted 4 survey results.
Can't wait to do it. But George, now to be serious, just give us a quick rundown on what happened with your channel.
Okay, well basically, I was in the process of getting partnered with a company called Social Blade, and they accepted me and everything. I signed the contracts and whatnot. But at the last second, there was some problem with my AdSense that YouTube sent to me, and I don't really get what it was. And you know, I was going through like this appeal process and whatever, but I just at the end of it, I thought I can't really be bothered to do this anymore. And I've been thinking about restarting for pretty much from when I started off YouTube, because having the word Uncharted in my name kind of limited me for like, the future. So that's what pushed me over the edge to restart. So yeah, if I wouldn't usually do this. If you watch my other videos, I don't think I really ever ask for a subscribe in the video, but I can just ask if you did subscribe to Uncharted Legacy video. It would be an honor if you could come and check me out on the Legacy Archive.
Yeah, definitely do that. If you were subscribed to Uncharted Legacy video and for some reason you didn't, you didn't see that he swapped channels to what now is the Legacy Archive, then go and subscribe to that new channel. And yeah, I think George will be really happy with that.
Yes, I will.
But yes, George, yesterday Naughty Dog put up the new block mesh map. We've both played a few matches on it, and yeah, well, basically, what is your first thought on the new block mesh map?
Because well, you messaged me on Skype as soon as I got home and said that you thought it was like really good, and I went on it, and I have to agree with you. It's really good, this one. I think for some reason I'm not like of the exact same opinion as you this time. I did actually prefer the first one, but I think it might have been, I don't know what it was, but if I wasn't in the right mindset, but I just wasn't having a good like few games on it. And I think if maybe I was in a better mindset, I would really enjoy it. But I just think it's really good because it's you can snipe on it, you can have close quarters. It's really well rounded, and it's good for a bit of everything.
Yeah, well, yeah, like George said, I really think that this block mesh map is the best out of all the three that we've seen so far. I'm also really interested, by the way, in what you think about the new block mesh map. So yeah, let us know in the comments. But yeah, I think the variety on the map is just it's so great. Like, it has a zip line, it has a swinging pole, and yeah, there's all kinds of different things on that map. It is like pretty long range, right?
It's massive. I think it seems to be like, obviously it's really like open a lot of the time, but I think it may be like one of the biggest maps that there is, just because it's so far across.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I must say, playing with snipers on there, with the Dragon Sniper, it's great to do. But for some reason, I also just managed to play fine with my AK on there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really happy with that map. Are you happy as well?
I am. Well, again, like I said, I did just slightly prefer the first block mesh map, but that might just be because of my mindset today. But I just think it's really, I don't know, it's hard to put a finger on how it's been done, but like, it's really good for sniping and stuff, but you can avoid that aspect of it as well, because there's like tunnels all around the edge and buildings to take cover in, and just avoid all that if you're in for the close range stuff. So yeah, that's why I enjoy this one.
Yeah, me too. So yeah, if you see this map and if you haven't played on it yet, guys, then yeah, you can just hop on the Uncharted 3 multiplayer right now and play some of the lab, and then you will be able to play on that map. But yeah, last time with Block Mesh Map 2, George and I discussed the Uncharted 4 multiplayer and what it should look like. But yeah, kind of coming back at it, I had this theory that these Block Mesh maps were kind of made to test out different things for the Uncharted 4 multiplayer, like different structures and stuff like that. And now what I actually found out is that I was looking at the calendar on the Naughty Dog site. There's a calendar on there, and yeah, you can basically check out when new when new block mesh maps are coming out, when new labs are coming out, stuff like that. And I noticed that next month in November there's coming out a block mesh map that was designed by a guy called Richard LeMarchand, and I've been following Naughty Dog pretty closely for the past couple of years, and yeah, I knew this Richard LaMarche, and I read that he left Naughty Dog a few months ago on April 30th, and yeah, so I was like, how is it possible that this guy designed this Blockmesh map if he left Naughty Dog? So I sent him an email, and he replied to me, and he told me that he was able to design the map before he left Naughty Dog. And as I said, that was April 30th. So yeah, that actually means that some of the Blockmesh maps, and maybe even all of the Blockmesh maps, were designed before April 30th. So it's actually already, it's not like they're making them right now. It's actually that they've made them before already. So that could perfectly like fit in with my theory that they designed these Blockmesh maps to test different things for Uncharted 4 during like the creative phase where they just test out different stuff. And yeah, maybe they've been like, yeah, well, we can just test this out online for Uncharted 3 players to see what they think about it, if they like it. And yeah, I'm really confident that these Blockmesh maps are just to test things for Uncharted 4. So yeah, George, do you still agree with me on that?
I think so, yeah, because it all seems really like Uncharted's always been such a diverse game in the places that you go to. I mean, like you've just snowy, desert, ocean, all over the place. And if you just look at the maps, if you were to kind of picture them rendered with textures and whatever, you can see like kind of different places that they could represent. So it seems fairly likely.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, we also did a survey last time about the Uncharted 4 multiplayer and what you guys would like to see in the Uncharted 4 multiplayer. And yeah, we basically wanted to discuss this survey. We had 6 questions in total. The first 4 were multiple choice, so you could just fill in what you thought. Yeah, we're just gonna discuss the results on this. So the first question was, which multiplayer do you think is the best? And you could choose from Uncharted 2 or Uncharted 3. Now, out of 95 votes, 23 votes went to Uncharted 2, and 72 votes went to Uncharted 3. So that means that a lot of people seem to really like the Uncharted 3 multiplayer in comparison to the Uncharted 2 multiplayer. So yeah, George, what would you choose for that? For that question?
I would go with Uncharted 3 on balance, but I think Uncharted 2 did feel a lot more balanced to me, and I thought Uncharted 2 would actually get quite a few more votes because I think just the way it's been done overall, there's a lot of things in Uncharted 3 which they have done better, I think, and made things more exciting. But Uncharted 2 is still a really great game, and I think I was kind of expecting it to get a few more, if I'm honest, but I do just prefer Uncharted 3.
Yeah, I would go for Uncharted 3 as well, just because for some reason it just feels like more fun to me. I mean, Uncharted 2, sure, it was more balanced, and I really liked a few things in the Uncharted 2 multiplayer, but for some reason I just have a lot more fun playing the Uncharted 3 multiplayer, the different loadouts and stuff.
Yeah.
It's great to like experiment with and just to try different things out. And yeah, for some reason the Uncharted 3 multiplayer just feels a lot more varied, and yeah, that's why I would go for the Uncharted 3 multiplayer as well. So yeah, you can do the second question.
Yeah. Okay, the second question was, which loadout system do you prefer? And again, out of 95 votes, it actually went exactly the same. 23 votes went to Uncharted 2 and 72 votes went to Uncharted 3. So yeah, what do you think? Was that what you were expecting?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know what I was expecting, to be honest. It could go anyway. But yeah, I must say that when you're looking at the answers themselves, there were some people that voted for Uncharted 3 as the best multiplayer, but they voted for Uncharted 2's loadout system. So yeah, it's the same amount of votes for each each answer, but although it's not the same people that filled in the same stuff, I must say that there were a few people that went for the different answer. And to be quite honest, I would go for the Uncharted 2 loadout system. Although I said Uncharted 3 is the best multiplayer, I think that the Uncharted 2 loadout system just has something really unique. It's something that really makes Uncharted 2, makes the Uncharted multiplayer stand out from different multiplayer games.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I think that with Uncharted 3 they kind of went the mainstream way. And yeah, I just really liked it the way it was, with just the AK and just the pistol that you had, and then with the different power weapons. But yeah, what would you go for, George?
I've always said that I think games should innovate, but you know, I'd be more than happy if it just went back to the default Uncharted 2 loadout system with the boosters that are selectable at the start, minus revenge, of course, and you know, no main gun loadout. Everyone starts with the same AK or and then like a Para 9 type thing, and that'll be fine by me.
Yeah. Okay, so we also had a third question, which was, what do you think about power plays? Now, out of again 95 votes that we could view, 4 players said I love them and they should definitely return in Uncharted 4. Only 4 players out of 95 said that. So yeah, that's kind of strange, you know, that there's only 4 people that actually really like it. There were 59 votes to I like them, but they need some tweaks for Uncharted 4. And there were 32 votes for I want them to be removed from Uncharted 4. Now, to be honest, I wouldn't really mind them to be removed from Uncharted 4. Then again, I wouldn't really mind if they still were there, but yeah, they definitely need some tweaks then. You know, just the double damage power play is just absolute, I don't know, absolute trash. I mean, stuff that really helps noobs all the time, they really shouldn't be, you know, having that in the Uncharted multiplayer. That's just my opinion. And yeah, I feel that, you know, when you put time in a multiplayer game, you actually need to be, you know, or you actually can get to be, you know, the best at it. So yeah, when you just put time in it, then you'll sure get better. And I don't feel like, you know, new players really need stuff to, you know, help them still to get kills. And yeah, power plays, it only gets on my nerves when I'm on a huge kill streak and then I get killed because of double damage when, you know, I actually would have gotten the kill if it wasn't there. So yeah, George, what do you think?
I totally agree with you, and I think as you were saying in the previous commentary we did on the block mesh, you were like saying how if a team is losing that badly that it gets to double damage, they might kind of half catch up until the power play runs out, but then the winning team will just pull away again, and it achieves absolutely nothing except pissing people off. And in fact, as I don't know if anybody saw, I'm sure a lot of people here did see the Broken Games HD rant about the Uncharted multiplayer, where he literally snapped the disc in half. But he was saying, like, from when he was young, people played games, and if they weren't good at the game, they played it more, and they had to keep playing it until they got better. And I don't think power play is the way to do that. It's just like giving them a kind of an easy option for a little bit, but in the end, not really achieving anything because, as I said, and as Robin said before, the better team just ends up pulling away again in the end. So, definitely, I wouldn't mind them being removed. I think they're a good idea in theory, but they definitely need to remove double damage, think of something new, and just redo the system, I think.
Exactly.
And so yeah, the next question was, what do you think about the matchmaking and servers? And this time 3 people said it's fine the way it is. 45 people said it needs to be slightly improved in Uncharted 4, and 47 said it needs to be improved big time on Uncharted 4. And I don't know if like the 3 people, it's literally 3.2%. If those people just seem to have like incredible internet or something. But you know, I have so much problem with the matchmaking on this game. Like sometimes it'll be okay, but other times you can be sat there for ages and ages and it just won't find anyone, especially when you're in a party. And I definitely think I really would like them to try and do something about their servers for Uncharted 4.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, well, they need to definitely fix the lag on Uncharted. I mean, stuff like you throwing a grenade. Or I mean, you know, when someone throws a grenade at you and he throws it like right next to you, but you manage to get away from it for like, yeah, a pretty long distance that wouldn't kill you, but it still kills you.
Yeah.
You know, that grenade, that stuff like that. They really need to fix that.
And like the punching thing, like where if you do the whack and roll thing, you roll and get away, but yet then they punch thin air and you still die.
Yeah, definitely stuff like that, and also the you know, train sequence on London and the airplane sequence on Airstrip. Yeah, stuff like that. They really, you know, if they want to do that, I think it's a great idea. Stuff like that, you know, train sections and stuff like that. If they want to do that, then they definitely need to improve their servers so we don't get as much lag. It's not always the connections, you know, to cause this kind of lag. It's just their servers. So yeah, they will need to fix that, but they will indeed also need to fix the matchmaking. I mean, it takes like, sometimes it can take actually 5 minutes or something like that to find a lobby, and that's just ridiculous. I wouldn't mind seeing dedicated servers, so that's like a list of servers, and you can just click one of the servers and you can join it, and you can see like, oh, there's like 9 players in there right now. you know, from the 10 players in total, and you can just click it and you can join that. I mean, why do you need to have a like standard matchmaking function where you just press find game and then it can take up to 5 minutes to find a game? Yeah, if they had a list of servers you could just pick from, you know, that would be such a great improvement, and I would really like to see that in the Uncharted 4 multiplayer. So we also had a fifth question, which was, what would you like to see added in the Uncharted 4 multiplayer? And yeah, people could actually just tell us what they would like to see added. So I'm just going to read some of the, some of the answers on there. So yeah, someone who didn't leave their PSN or YouTube behind, he said the ability for bullets to penetrate through walls, more destructible buildings and environments. But he also said he would like to see more cutscenes and cinematic content in the competitive multiplayer, like multiple cutscenes throughout a match. And although I kind of agree with him, that could be cool. As I said, Uncharted really has the cinematic experience, so I wouldn't, that would be, of course, maybe in theory, a great idea to see in the multiplayer. Like, they had those cutscenes in the beta, but they left them out. But there is this big reason that I actually agree with Naughty Dog, why they left the cutscenes out, and that is, just think of it. How many matches have you played on Shadow at this moment? It would be in the, I don't know, hundreds or maybe even thousands. And just think of having to see the same cutscene all the time. And I mean, they can't possibly make enough cutscenes to make it fresh all the time. To have 1,000 cutscenes for every map that just display random. They can't do that, of course. So yeah, just think of it. It would get really boring, and you would just want the match to start. So that's why I agree with Naughty Dog, that they left them out. But we also got L96A1 Wolfie, who said bigger matches with more players, like 6v6 or 7v7. And to be honest, I think he really has a point here. Why does Uncharted only have 5v5 matchmaking?
Especially on the bigger maps, like it would be, like, for example, the new block mesh, especially, would be perfect for more than 5 a team.
Yeah. And yeah, if they were going to improve the servers for Uncharted 4, then, that would also mean that they could have more players on the Uncharted multiplayer. And I mean, games like Battlefield on the PS3 has 12v12. So, I mean, 5v5 is really small in comparison with that. So I definitely think it would be possible. MaxiBoy561 says that he would like to see a Mike Myers mode, and I'll definitely agree with him on that. It's just so much fun. Someone else that's anonymous, he wants to see a Gunmaster mode where you switch, different weapons after like 1 or 2 kills. So you have that in games like Call of Duty and Battlefield, where you, for example, start with a G-Maul and then you get 1 or 2 kills and you actually advance to a pistol, to a hammer or T-bolt, and you actually need to get 1 or 2 kills with all the weapons in the entire game. That would be really cool to see. But in general, the thing that most people ask for is to have just more of everything: more boosters, more kickbacks, weapons, attachments, more maps, and they need to be bigger and better. That's the general opinion. I do kind of agree with them, but at the same time, when you look at what they did with Uncharted 3, they basically already did that in comparison with Uncharted 2. They added more, it was all bigger, it was all better. Or, I mean, it was all bigger, but was it all better? I mean, that's, an opinion you can have. I'm not sure if it was actually better to do that. But yeah, if that's the general opinion, then I guess that Naughty Dog needs to listen to that and just add more and, make it better than ever. So yeah, George, you can do the final question.
Yeah, the final question was another open answer one. It was just, in general, what should the Uncharted 4 multiplayer be like? And again, the first one is from someone who didn't leave their name. They said, still keep the style from the Uncharted 3 multiplayer, but don't make it too much like COD or Battlefield. Keep the characters and the feeling from Uncharted 3. Update the servers. Avoid major lagging on, for example, London Underground and Airstrip. And that is, that's kind of what we've been saying, because we don't want it to become too generic shooter, like COD or Battlefield. Obviously, it's a first-person shooter, but that kind of thing with all stuff like that. But definitely, like, the feeling they've said from Uncharted 3, which does come from the cinematic things like the opening sequence, but as they've also said, major lagging from stuff like that, which could be hopefully improved if they update the servers. So yeah, I think that's a very good point. Fatal Gaming says it should have out-of-the-world graphics and people. That lag should get kicked out pronto so that other players can actually enjoy their game. And like that. It sounds like a good idea, but it will be kind of unfair, I guess, on the people with bad internet like me.
But maybe
I
they
don't
could do
find it.
something like, just to test people's connections and then see like they put the guys with the same, connection together.
Yeah.
Or what they're actually going to do with Uncharted 3, by the way, in the next patch is that they're going to put players from Europe together in one in servers, so you don't always play with people from like different continents and stuff. So that actually
Okay.
is going to improve the matchmaking and the lag. Maybe it's going to improve that a lot. We don't know, but yeah, they're definitely going to keep that for Uncharted 4 then, I guess.
Cool. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Okay. The next question comes from 8DX Captain Jack. And he says, futuristic time period, futuristic weapons, slightly improved assassination timing and animation length. Futuristic time period, futuristic weapons, that sounds cool, but it doesn't quite sound Uncharted.
Exactly.
Yeah, it does sound really good, but it doesn't feel like it would fit this franchise. But what you said about slightly improved assassination timing and animation length, definitely. Like the assassination thing is like you can be right behind someone and you just, rather than snapping their neck as you'd aim to do, you just punch them. That annoys me a lot. And then there's the thing of like the animation length. It's like you, at the start of your animation killing them, they'll drop a revenge grenade, and by the time your animation's finished, the grenade will have already gone off, and it's literally impossible to avoid it. And that is just so frustrating because you can't do anything. And then these players think because they've got a kill with revenge, it's now the most awesome booster in the world, and they're going to keep using it.
Yeah.
Which do you have anything to say on that, by the way?
No, I think the last comment pretty much wraps it up, because Yachty says that he would like to see no more revenge.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would actually be the last answer that we've got here for the last question. So yeah, that was basically our thoughts, and basically wrapped up what you think about the Uncharted 4 multiplayer. So yeah, if you still have anything to say, then be sure to tell us in the comments. So yeah, that was basically it. That was our thoughts on the Uncharted 4 multiplayer, but also your thoughts, of course. I mean, we just discussed the answers from the survey, the results. So yeah, that was basically it. George, I thank you for taking part in this dual commentary once again. Is there anything you'd still like to say?
No, well, I suppose again, thank you once again for letting me do it, and thanks for all the results and all the comments from everyone and their opinions. It's really good to find out what everyone thinks.
Yeah, so yeah, guys, just one final thing. Go and subscribe to the Legacy Archive right now. And yeah, then hopefully there's a lot more dual commentaries to come. And I thank you a lot for watching. And yeah, we'll hope to see you next time in our videos.